Most people in America drive themselves pretty much everywhere they want to go, and we end up killing about 40,000 people on the roads each and every year. Transit is about 20 times safer than driving on a per-mile basis. So one would think that a city where a lot of people use buses and trains would be safer than a typical city, and that turns out to be true. Bicycling safety is tougher to measure, but most estimates say that it is about 10 times less safe than driving on a per-mile basis. So one would assume that a city with a lot of people bicycling would be less safe than a typical city. But guess what? Cities with high bicycling turn out to be our safest cities. Even looking internationally, the Netherlands is well known for high bicycling, but it also almost always ranks number 1 in terms of the lowest road fatality rates. So what's going on here? Is it safety in numbers, where having more bicyclists on the road forces drivers to change their behavior and be more careful? Is it the way we build cities and the infrastructure we build for bicyclists? Or are the most important differences between the people living in different places? To try and answer these questions, we dug into 13 years of data for 12 major U.S. cities. 6 cities saw a lot more bicyclists over those 13 years, and 6 didn't. We measured everything we could, years and years of crash data, mode choice data, socio-demographic data, trauma center data, speed data, and built environment data. This included digging through old bike maps and satellite images to figure out when each piece of bike infrastructure was built. We even collected data on weather, religion, election results, although none of those ended up in the final models. What we found is that better safety is less about the number of bicyclists out there and much more about the infrastructure that we build for them. More specifically, it was the protected and separated bike facilities that made the biggest difference, much more so than regular bike lanes or sharrows. Holding all other variables constant, we'd expect cities in the highest tier of protected and separated bike facilities to kill 44% fewer people on the roads. And this isn't just bicyclists, this is all road users. We also found that these higher bicycling cities tend to be getting richer and whiter. So there are definitely some equity issues that we need to work on. But if you're a city working towards a world with 0 fatalities on the roads, here's a place you can start. Make your streets safe for kids to use, and not just 1 or 2 streets. Build a network of protected and separated bike facilities. You won't just be making bicyclists safer, you'll be making everyone safer. If you want to read more, click the link below. This research was done by Wes Marshall, a professor of transportation at the University of Colorado, Denver, and Nick Ferenchak, who worked on this while at CU Denver, but is now an assistant professor at the University of New Mexico. This video was made by me, Faffs Riederer. For more research of this kind, check out the Transportation Research Center at CU Denver, a part of the College of Engineering, Design, and Computing. Thanks to the Mountain-Plains Consortium and the Department of Transportation for funding this research.